Yo, what's up, guys? More stuff about the cookie collab. So, just back from Journey, still had a little bit of sunburn from the media weekend. Was pretty fun. All of the guys from SWC, very nice guys. I think we're gonna have a very chill tournament this 17th of September. But for now, let's look at the cookie collab story. So, we're gonna have more of the cookie collab thingies. And it's gonna be on the 29th of September, which is pretty soon already. It's just about like a week from now, which I like that, not too far away. So we have a bunch of the cookies going into battle. We have a few of the names here, but we see a little bit of the skills later. I haven't really fully read into it, but curious to see how that will go. So here we have the skills. So apparently the Ginger Brave one is also, for me, to be honest, the ugliest one by skin. I don't know, it looks too plain, it looks too simple. Like, I kind of expected our cookies to be looking like this because I don't know Cookie Run Kingdom, to be honest. And I kind of expected them all to be looking this kind of plain and this kind of boring, and this is pretty freaking boring. But apparently this is the Ken kind of unit, or if you're from the China one, it's the Shadow Claw kind of thing. So this is one that everyone is gonna get with an event, and I'm mostly expected to be more towards like PvE-ish kind of content, even though Ken can be used for other things as well than PvE. But that was the first intent that people thought Ken was going to be. So Brave Attack attacks stun for 50% chance, probably is up more than 50 by skill ups. So that kind of leads me into Revenge already while looking at this. March bravely into the enemy, removing one beneficial effect and increase the cooldown by 1 turn. Kind of gives me Cigar kind of vibes. So it's a kind of like a single target stunning unit. Your attack speed increases as your HP condition is better, and your attack power increases as your the HP condition gets worse. So wait, this thing can be pretty fast. So this could be kind of a decent stun locking unit. So I would say Siege Offense is probably where I would see this unit being used while looking at these kind of skills. I'm not entirely sure who he's supposed to be countering, but you could think about things like Molong maybe? I'm not sure. So then we have the Pure Vanilla Cookie. This one looks pretty cool, I would say. Attacks enemies and recover HP of the ally with the lowest HP by maximum. Okay, it's kind of like a Lulu one. Eliminates all allies with vanilla Arcus' staff, recovering their HP. Oh, by the way, if you want to know something funny, Google where the taste of vanilla comes from. Don't ask me how I know. Just Google that. Have fun. So yeah, recovering HP, shielding to a maximum. That kind of Wusa-ish, Lulu kind of vibes on this one. So it's fairly support based. I think we don't see here is leader skills, and I would always say leader skills and also the multipliers are very important to know how good a unit is or not, and also the base stats. So if some of those have like awakening into speed, it's already a lot more interesting than awakening into resist, for example. Well, maybe not for this one, but even then. So grants invisibility and immunity for 2 turns. Resets cooldowns. Okay, but it's 1 unit. Skills used on a dead ally that revive a little bit HP. Cooldown will increase by 2 turns. Okay, that's not bad. So it's a cooldown increaser for 2 turns, invisibility, that kind of stuff. Not bad, but I wouldn't really see it being used all too much. And that is for a light net 5. So a light net 5, I kind of expect more than this, to be honest, not gonna lie. Also, we only see like one of the elements for each of them, which is like their unique element as they are in the game for Cookie Run, if I'm not mistaken. But we will have like a dark and normal elements for this one, also the normal elements plus light and dark here, and also for these two. So maybe that the other elements of the pure vanilla one will be more interesting. So the Holyberry Cookie, we have a shield bash and that provokes with 50% chance. Damage to defense, that's pretty nice. Escort the ally with the lowest HP. So it's kind of like a hug skill, I guess. Yeah, something like that. Deals damage to your defense. So it's a lot of like defense type based units, which is decent as a unit. I think they should do more defense type things that make sense. However, the big issue with defense type units is ignore defense, whereas additional damage is also ignore defense. So this thing will just hella die to a Dominic still. So for that reason, I'm not sure. Decreases the damage that your allies take by 200% of your defense. 200% of your defense. Let's say you have like 3k defense. You're gonna do like 6k less damage. That's decent. That's decent. I'm not sure if this is a passive. That would be nice. But technically this is a 6-ish. Let's say you have 3000 defense. Would it be like a 6k-ish shield? Could be nice. Could be nice, I would say. Then we have flying beans. Okay, that's a thing. And we have to prevent from... Yes. Yes, beneficial block S1, yes. You have no clue how long I've been waiting for this. Because SF10 is still the most rockery dungeon out there. S1 is very likely that all of these espresso cookies will have that. I was really looking for a unit that has team up S1, prevent beneficial effects. So this is definitely something that is gonna change the PvE meta for SF10 mainly. I was actually thinking about going to SF10 back pretty soon, but now reading this, it is very likely that one of the espresso cookies is going to be very good in SF10. So I am going to wait with that. And the moment we see all of the units, I'm pretty sure you're going to see me do a different SF10 team that I'm running currently. And I do like to see that. And it's just reading S1. I'm already happy. That's nice. Solid. Attack all enemies with 3 times with will, decrease attack bar, move them for stun. Doesn't really work that well with the first skill, but I guess it's okay-ish. Attacks all enemy 3 times, evens out the AP radio and attack bar all enemies except the boss. Kind of weird-ish. I'm not really sure like how good that would be, but I think this one specifically will not be that good for SF10, but hopefully the fire one does make a lot of sense, for example. Then we have the next one, and it has a glorious attack bar with absorb. Okay, no, just decrease, not even absorb. Okay. Celestial light, wonder celestial light, glorious attack, attacks all enemies. Okay. And it's an HP type of unit. Okay, I can do. Offset incoming damage that might cause you to die. Remove harmful effects instantly. So this is probably one with a passive. Or a passive, or it's not with a passive, but it is a passive. But there's also a cooldown on the passive, I would say. So not too sure about this one. I'm kind of happy about this S1, but none of these skills for any of them, I would say really like, wow, this is going to be like super great as of I see it right now. There could be a few like different elements and those kind of things that would be like, okay, this is going to be some stuff. I expect you for siege offense, maybe PvE kind of stuff. But those two, well, actually those two could be pretty siege related as well, I would say. So I would say more of them are interested in siege than anything. As far as I'm not mistaken, they don't mention here that you can't use them in siege, you can't use them in RTA. I expect them not to be usable for SWC as the Street Fighter units were in the past as well. But I'm not 100% sure if they're actually going to push that through. Also, I expect them to be usable after the Siege tournament rather than in the Siege tournament. But we shall see. So then we have that. Stay tuned for the full sets. Yep, pretty curious about that. More below. Yeah, so they're adding this kind of dungeon that will be added. And only during the collab period, yes. Cookie Run Kingdom, yes. And like some where each wave, especially mentioned that format of continuous flow. Okay, so it's more of like a time attack kind of thing that we have seen before, or something like that. I don't know. It looks slightly a bit different, but I guess it's still kind of same, but different. Still the same. We expect the buff cookies to have the original skills, special visualize. So, okay, that looks fine, I guess. Red Velvet Dragon will appear as the final boss. Okay. Okay, so that's just another dragon boss, I guess. Probably the end of this dungeon. I'm not really sure. And single dungeon is some as well. Okay, and we have this balloony thingy. Yeah, I was missing this with the last anniversary update that they didn't really fill in this thing. Because this thing actually made a lot of sense for the anniversary. I think it was for the 7th anniversary there. You had like the shop there and that kind of stuff. But probably through that thing you can buy pretty cool shit again. That was last time at least the case, so that's pretty cool. Run Kingdom will appear on Trials of Ascension. No one really cares, but sure thing, fine. Summoner X will appear during this period. Probably has a bunch of cookies in this defense. Sure, fine, no one cares. The date is our target date, so that's a target. That's not a set date, it's a target date. But that's fine. How to obtain the cookies? Summon. So we have pretty much every scroll out there. Sure thing. And we also have like the special Cookie Kingdom scroll, which does make sense, same as the Street Fighter scroll from before. And as Ken mentioned, you can also get light and darks on those. And then we also have units that look different for like afterwards. So we have like the Slayers, the Strikers, those will be the units afterwards. To be honest, I like this Lollipop Warrior guy more than this Gingerbread guy, 100%. I like the Pure Vanilla more than the Pudding Princess. I like the Hollyberry more than this Angry Jesus man. This thing just looks way too angry for my liking. This one I would say kind of equal, I would say. And then this one I would say this Shoko Knight looks cooler. But this one kind of looks cool. He has more of a smug face than this one, which is kind of funny as well. So, also the thing is, these units here on the left will never get the skin. So probably in like a year and a half or 2 years, we will have skins for the units here on the right. But the units on the left will never get a skin. So that's somewhat sad, I would say. So yeah, they do skill ups from the same units, blah blah, that all makes sense. We will heal special events, collabs, get rewards such as Cookie Kingdom collab, scrolls, the most legendary scrolls, and a few buildings, totally fine. It's a type of yeah, this is the one that someone pointed out to me. Like it's a type of buff item that will allow you to pick a rune set option that is dropped in Kairos dungeon. When you use this item, you will be able to decide which rune type you will be getting from a certain dungeon for 1 hour. We hope so. Is that then this dungeon and you decide what kind of runes you're getting? Oh, boohoo, everyone choosing Vio, of course. So I'm not sure if you would have to make a set of like 5, for example. So you go Vio, Swift, Will, blah blah, everything. Because that would be pretty interesting, actually. So I'm curious to see. It's just 1 hour, so it's not that OP, but I guess that's interesting to see. And then you're gonna get all 5 stars and blue runes, which you don't care about. But still, it's a something. It's a something. China server will be having the other units, yep, as mentioned. And that is pretty much the end of this thing. So that, I would say, is pretty cool, pretty dope. They also made a video on that stuff, which I think I'll just leave a link to in the description. I'm not really sure, like, they're probably gonna talk a lot about like why they did it, how they did it, that kind of stuff. But for me, the main thing, I haven't really seen this yet. I just kind of want to see animations and skills. So that's mainly the thing for me. Okay, that thing looks way too happy and straight up in your face. I don't know. Do we see more animations? I want animations. Animations look not that bad, I would say. I saw a freeze there. I think that was from the... Wait, which unit did freeze just there? Who did the freeze? So not you, because this is dark. This apparently is, I don't know what. This is a, I think a espresso water, which apparently is freezing and decreasing attack bars. It's kind of like Farad-ish Jamayer style, as far as I see. Let's see if we can pick up some more things. Okay, from the side it looks really weird, but yeah, sure. Oh, that looks pretty dope, actually, not gonna lie. So I guess this was that's a fire one. I guess he's doing some kind of threat state. Wouldn't be surprised if the fire one has some kind of threat state or something for this one. So this one, okay, he got instant attack buff on its own turn, I guess. And his S3 is also decreasing attack bar and doing quite some damage. So I guess that will be like a nuke unit or something, which could be pretty cool. Let's see what other animations we have. So yeah, we're also using the hug thing. So it's like a Chandra, but then other element. Wait, how much damage you do? Show me the animations. Okay. Wait, so is she deflecting that hit straight up, the water one? That's interesting. If she's like straight up deflecting it. Interesting. Okay, now about Miss Vanilla. Okay, so this is the dark vanilla one. Decrease speed. Wait, what else did it do than decrease speed? Wait, don't tell me that's a whole fucking skill. It just decreases speed. Or is it something of like spreading debuffs? That kind of makes more sense because that didn't do jack shit. Pretty curious to see the new units. Oh wait, yeah, they have that unit. I guess the dark one does a decent amount of damage, but has potential for a decent amount of damage, at least for additional damage artifact kind of stuff. Can we see something that's in that shop? I'm pretty curious about that, to be honest. And that's how you can place them. And that is about that, boys. So, pretty curious about the collab. I wouldn't say I'm like the most happy about like which thing we're collabing with. Rather than it's just new stuff, new units, new events, that kind of stuff. That's what gets me more excited, to be honest. But then again, I don't think the cookies and that kind of stuff look that bad. So, pretty curious how things will look. Either how, guys, thanks for watching. And see you in the next one. I will leave this video if you want to see the full thing in the description as well. And see you later.